Okay, so we'll start in seated today and we'll move nice and gently because of the heat. So as usual, we're just going to take a little movement and that can look however you want to. So just start to feel into your body, slowly leaving the day behind, noticing maybe any aches and pains, any stiffness anywhere, or maybe you're feeling pretty good. And then when you feel as though you've moved around enough, you can come to stillness. You can rest your hands on your legs, sit nice and tall in the spine. Take a big roll of the shoulders up to the ears and down the spine. And then we'll do our nice deep breaths in. So when you're ready, take a big breath in through your nose. Release with a sigh. We'll do that again. Breathe in and release. One final time. And release. And then when you're ready, you can gently allow your eyes to close. Start to breathe in and out through your nose. Relax your forehead, relax the jaw, and just release those shoulders a little bit more. Relax the whole body. And take a moment to really notice how you're feeling sitting here, especially if you're cross-legged in Sukhasana. Notice how the ankles and the knees and the hips are feeling, how the shoulders and the arms are feeling. And if you want to, you can set a little intention for your practice, maybe to work on some of those areas, to release a little bit of stress, or just to give yourself this half an hour just to yourself. And then we're going to slowly move our attention to our mind and pay attention to the thoughts that return time and time again. And we're going to start releasing them now one at a time. With every breath out, just let something go. And then turn your attention to your breath. Notice how you're breathing. If you need to deepen the breath a little, maybe. If you're feeling a little bit anxious. And then we'll begin tonight with just simple, equal breath. So take a normal breath in and release. And then when you're ready, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, 4, 3, 2, 1. Return to normal breath. And when you're ready, you can gently allow your eyes to open. Take a little movement if you want to. And we'll move nice and slowly from the head all the way down the body, gently beginning to oil those joints without getting too hot. So again, nice and tall in the back, relax the shoulders, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, just bring the chin down into the chest, feel the stretch in the back of the neck. Inhale to slowly return. And exhale to drop the head back. It doesn't have to go all the way. Inhale back. Exhale to look over your right shoulder. Inhale back. And exhale to your left shoulder. Inhale to come back. And as you exhale, we're going to drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Keep breathing here, so we're not holding the breath at all. Just breathe normally. And if you want to, you can take your right hand and just lightly place it on the left side of the head. So we feel a little bit more of a stretch on the left neck, but we're not pulling that head down. We're not trying to injure the neck. Inhale to come back up. Exhale over to the other side. This time, maybe take the left hand to the right side of the head. Keep breathing. And then inhale to gently come back. Then we're going to take a little shoulder roll, but do a nice exaggerated roll. So all the way up to the ears and down, nice big circles, trying to release any stiffness that there might be in those shoulders. And then we'll take the circles in the opposite direction. And relax. And then staying with the shoulders, just bring the hands to the sides of the body. When you're ready, we'll inhale the right hand up. As you exhale, bend the elbow, send the hand down the spine, and then breathing normally, we're going to bring the left hand behind. See if the fingers can either clasp together, maybe touch, or just point in the general direction. When you found that sort of extended pose, the farthest you can go with those fingers, sit nice and tall so we're not sacrificing our posture. Just take some big, deep breaths into the chest, all the way down into the belly as we open up those shoulders. And then release one hand, followed by the other. And if you want to, you can take the roll again. And then bring the hands back to the sides of your body. Inhale, raise your left hand when you're ready. As you exhale, bend the elbow, send that hand down the spine. Breathing normally, bring the other hand behind. Find your maximum position. Sit tall in the spine, big, deep breaths. Making sure the cat doesn't knock my screen over. I can see it wobbling. Keep breathing. And then when you're ready, release one hand and then the other. Maybe take a little movement. Excellent. So we're going to keep with the shoulders and a little bit of the spine now. Hands by the sides. When you're ready, big deep breath in. Hands are parallel and really stretch to the ceiling. Working the spine. Exhale, bring the hands behind the back. Clasp the fingers together and just gently pull open those shoulders again. As you inhale, release, come all the way up and stretch. Exhale to come behind, gentle pull. One more time, inhale all the way up. And exhale, and gently pull. And then just relax, bring the hands to the sides, take a little movement. And having stretched the spine up, we're going to bend it now. So when you're ready, as you inhale, let's raise up the right hand and we're coming all the way over to your left. As we exhale, we're coming all the way back to the starting position. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, raise your left arm, come all the way over, nice gentle movements. And exhale to slowly return. Keep that flow going. Breathing in and over. Exhale, slowly down. So working the side body here. Obviously waking up the spine a little bit more as well. We'll do one more on either side. And when you've come back to the center again, you can relax, take a breath. And then we'll move down into those hips. So when you're ready, just take some gentle hip rolls. You don't have to go too deep at this stage. Just start to feel into them, notice how they're feeling today. And then we come around in the opposite direction again. And slowly come back to the center. And then we're going to take a nice little wide leg. So a sort of seated split. Sit nice and tall. It's not helpful, B. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, start to walk the hands out, keeping the spine nice and straight as you can. You don't have to come out too far. You can soften the knees a little bit. And if you want to, you can come down onto your forearms, depending on how you can stretch. But just feel it on those inner thighs. We don't want to overstretch or strain. And when you're in your maximum position, just breathe here. Gently start to walk the hands back in. And then turn your attention to your right foot. So we're just twisting the body ever so slightly towards the right foot. Another big breath in. And then as we exhale, start to fold down towards your knee, walking the hands out. You can soften the knee again. And then when you've found your maximum position, if you want to, you can close your eyes for a few moments. It's a good release position, as well as working the legs and the spine. You can let go here of your week so far. Anything that's happened that's got you down a little bit, just let it go. Maybe you had a good week, but you still just want to relax. Just exhale, nice big deep breaths. And then inhale, walk the hands back in, come back to your seated position, turn your body towards your left foot, and exhale down towards the knee, leading with the chest. Find your maximum position and nice deep breaths again. Inhale, slowly come back. You can bring the legs together and then bring the feet over to one side, coming up into your tabletop. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, tops of the feet are on the floor. And if you want to, you can just bring your weight forward over the hands, sit the bottom back a little bit. Let's keep that flow going just for a little while, working those arms. So I'm stretching that spine back a little bit. And then gently come back to your tabletop and we'll work through our cat-cow. When you're ready, inhale, drop the belly, raise the tail, look up at your ceiling. As you exhale, pull the belly button in, start to round the spine, chin to chest, look at your belly button. Inhale to come back through. Exhale to slowly round. As always, keep that breath going. Keep that movement going, following your breath. Observing how each vertebrae in the spine is feeling tonight. Working the belly. As you round the back, really pushing up with the arms as well. We'll do one more full flow. And then gently return to tabletop whenever you're ready. Take a breath. And then start to tuck your toes under. When you're ready, big breath in. We're going to come up to our downward dog. So head is low, pointing at your knees. Legs and arms are as straight as they go. And as always, if you want to, you can pedal a little bit, opening up those calf muscles. And then slowly come to a static position. When you're ready to inhale, we're going to step the right foot forward. And we're going to slowly come up into a high lunge. So take your time. It can be difficult to balance sometimes. So when you're up, take your arms up, stretch nice and tall, working the spine. And then we're going to pivot the left foot out a little bit at a right angle as we turn the body towards the left. And then we'll look at the fingers of the right hand and start to bend that front knee forward into our warrior two. Keep breathing. As you inhale, drop the left arm down the spine, send the right hand up and over into your reverse warrior. Exhale, bring the right elbow down to your right thigh, then send the left arm up and all the way over into a side stretch. Inhale when you're ready, back to your warrior two. Take a breath here. And then straighten the front leg. Another big breath here. Exhale, take the right hand down to the calf or the ankle or the floor. And look up at our left hand into triangle or trikonasana. Normal breath. Inhale, back to shoulder height. And then you can just lower the hands. Turn that left foot back now to face the top of your mat and turn your body back towards the top of the mat. When you're ready, we're going to gently bring the hands back down, nice and steady. And then we're going to bring the left knee down, back into our low lunge. Top of the foot on the floor. As you inhale, scoop your arms up, stretching that spine again. Exhale to come down. As you inhale, raise your right arm, twist to look up at that hand. And then exhale, the hand back down. And then bring that right hand to the inside of your right foot. Walk the right foot over a little bit if you want to. And we're going to come down into our lizard pose to work that right hip flexor. So when you're ready, you can start to bend the elbows and start to lower the head down. It may be feel that hip enough, or you might be able to come down onto your forearms, lower the head, really feel that hip opening. Important that if there's any pain, you gently ease out. There shouldn't be pain. A little bit of discomfort is normal when we're doing these big, deep stretches, but don't overdo it. Keep breathing, listening to the body at all times. And then as you inhale, slowly raise up on your hands, walk that foot to the center so your hands are now framing that foot. Tuck your left toes under, big breath in, step your right foot back into your downward dog. Tease those heels down. This time when you breathe in, we're going to step the left foot up to the hands. You can either keep that right foot with the heel raised or you can lower the heel. But we're going to gently start to come up into our high lunge. Again, this is a bit wobbly sometimes, so take your time. No rush to get there. When you're up, we're going to inhale, send the arms up, stretching the spine into our high lunge. And then we're going to pivot that right foot around now at a right angle, turning the body to the right, sending the arms down at shoulder height. Big breath in. And then as we exhale, we're going to bend that left knee a little bit more forward into our warrior two, normal breaths. As you inhale, right hand comes down, left hand comes up and over, reverse warrior. Exhale the left elbow down to the thigh, send the right hand all the way up and over into our side stretch. Inhale slowly back, warrior two. Straighten the front leg, big breath in. Exhale down into Trikonasana, looking up at the right hand. Keep breathing. Inhale to shoulder height. You can send the hands down. Pivot that right foot back to the top of the mat. Turn the body to the top of the mat. And then when you're ready, we're going to send the hands back down. We're going to start to bend that right knee, coming into our low lunge. Inhaling up, stretching the spine. Exhaling down. Inhale, raise your left arm, twist to look up at your left hand. Exhale the hand back down. And then bring the hand to the inner side of the left foot, scooting that foot over if you need a little bit more room. On your next exhalation, we're going to start to come down into our lizard and breathe. Then when you're ready, we're going to slowly breathe in, bring the hands up, start to walk that foot to the center of the mat, frame the foot with your hands, tuck your right toes under. Nice big breath in, step the foot back to downward facing dog. Keep breathing. And then nice and slowly bring your knees down. And if you want to, this is a time maybe to grab some water if you've got some to hand. If not, just take a little breather here in Vajrasana, completely up to you. And then we're going to go down onto our bellies to do some cobra. I'm going to move positions here. There you go. So come all the way down onto your belly. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Bring your forehead to rest. Bring your feet together, your knees together, your thighs together. Exhale. When you're ready, we're going to lift the chin and the chest, working from the lower spine, not using our hands at all. Holding here, looking up to the space between the eyebrows. And we're going to exhale and breathe and relax for a few moments. We'll do two more. Working the belly, working that lower spine. Good for our confidence and willpower. Now, if that was strong enough, you can stay in mini cobra, keeping the feet together, or you can come with me into our full cobra with the feet a little bit apart. Exhale everything out. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, either lift the chin and the chest, or you can straighten the arms, lifting the tops of the thighs. And for even more compression, you can send the head back. But just do whatever feels good for your spine. You can go down whenever you need to. And as you exhale, we'll keep the elbows nice and close, slowly lowering ourselves down, forehead rest and breathe. Really well done. Only one more to go, keep breathing. Exhale, and then for the final time, when you're ready, inhale and lift and hold. We'll hold for a tiny bit longer, but as the say goes down, whenever you need to, you must listen to the body. And exhale slowly down. Take a breath. And then we're going to inhale to push ourselves up. We're going to come into our tabletop and then bring the big toes together. Bring the knees as wide as the mat. Sit the bottom back. Send the hands up to the top. Lower the chest. Bring your forehead down. Stretching out the spine in the opposite direction now after that strong back bend. Also keeping those shoulders active and those hips. Nice big deep breaths here. Just keep working on those shoulders. When you're ready, you can take your right hand, bring it all the way under the left in our thread needle. So we thread the right arm under the left. And the left hand can keep reaching up to the top of the mat, or you can send it around the spine, tucking the fingers into your right thigh. So do whatever feels good for you here. Keep breathing, loosening up those shoulders nicely tonight. And then return the left hand to the top of the mat. Gently slide out the right, reach up, lower the forehead. Take a nice big deep breath here. And then when you're ready, this time we'll slide the left arm under the right, bringing the left side of the face to the mat. And again, option to keep your right arm where it is, or you can send it around the spine, tucking the fingers into your left thigh. And again, just nice deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, stretch that right hand back up the mat. Start to unthread your left, stretch that up the mat, forehead rest, big deep breath here. And then when you're ready, you can slowly start to walk the hands into the body, start to bring those knees more central. Come briefly back to our Vajrasana. And then from here, we're going to lie down on our mats. So come down onto your mat, however you want to get there. You can keep your knees bent. And we'll do our supine pigeon pose to stretch out those larger muscles in our legs. So when you're ready, we'll pick up the right ankle, place it over your left knee. Take your hands behind your left thigh and gently pull it into your body. Keep breathing. Feel that stretch down the right thigh and maybe across the glute. For a deeper stretch, you can pull it in a little bit more. If that's too much, release a little bit. Nice, big, deep breaths here. Gently release your left foot, followed by your right. Take a breath and just notice the difference in how they're feeling. When you're ready, this time we'll pick up the left ankle, place it over your right knee, reach around your right thigh with both hands, same thing again, pull the leg in so you'll find the stretch your body needs tonight, and then big deep breaths. Bring your right foot down, followed by your left, and keep your knees together. When you're ready, you can send your arms out at shoulder height, or if you're short on space, you can make it a little cactus arm. So do whatever your space allows. When you're ready, nice big deep breath in. As you exhale, we're sending the knees to the right, head to the left. So we'll hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, knees to the left, head to your right, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back. Exhale over. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And exhale. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back. We'll do one more on either side. Exhale. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And exhale. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale to come slowly back. Send your legs out long. Bring your hands to your sides of your body. Just take a moment, take a breath. And then we'll do Pardhamuktasana for our digestive system. So when you're ready, taking a big breath in, we're going to bring the right knee into the body. Give it a really tight squeeze, holding that breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale to slowly release. Inhale, bring your left knee in, give it a really tight squeeze. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale to release. Inhale, bring both knees in now for a big squeeze. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then this time, as we release, we just make it more of a gentle cuddle of the knees. And if you want to, you can rock from side to side. Or you can draw some big circles with the knees, going one way and then the other. Do whatever feels good on your spine at this time. Giving it a little massage against your mat. And then we'll go into Shavasana a little bit early so we can do our last breath here in Shavasana. So if you have any tenderness in the spine, bring your feet nice and wide. Otherwise, knees not together. Otherwise, if you're feeling good, send the feet out long, let the feet flop to the sides. Shuffle your spine down so you can really let it rest against your mat. And bring the hands a little bit away from the body so you can really start to relax those shoulders down. When you feel nice and comfortable, and there's no rush to get there, just take your time to get a nice comfy spot on the mat. When you feel comfortable, allow your eyes to softly close. We don't want them screwed shut. We want that forehead nice and relaxed. Move the tongue away from the roof of the mouth so the jaw can relax. Deepen the breath a touch. Notice how the chest rises and falls as you breathe in and out. And just relax the shoulders and the hands and the feet. Just feel the body start to melt down. And just as we did at the start of the practice, we're going to finish with some equal breath. So when you're ready, exhale everything out. And then inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. And in. 4, 3, 2, 1. And out. 4, 3, 2, 1. And in. 4, 3, 2, 1. And out. 4, 3, 2, 1. And in. 4, 3, 2, 1. And out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Return to normal breath. Keep the eyes closed. Each of your toes are now completely relaxed. The tops of your feet and the soles of your feet are relaxed. The heels and the ankles are relaxed. The lower legs, the knees, and the upper legs are relaxed. Both of your legs are now completely relaxed. Your hips and your pelvis are relaxed. And your spine is relaxed, vertebrae by vertebrae into your mat. Your tummy is relaxed. Your rib cage is relaxed. Your chest and your collarbones are relaxed. The whole of your abdomen is completely relaxed. Each of the fingers are relaxed. The palms of your hands and the tops of your hands are relaxed. The wrists and the lower arms are relaxed. The elbows and the upper arms are relaxed. Both of your shoulders are relaxed. Your neck and your jaw are relaxed. Your chin and mouth are relaxed. And all of the muscles in your face are relaxed. Your forehead and the crown of your head are now relaxed. Your whole body, from the toes to the top of your head, is completely relaxed. Continue to release your thoughts and enjoy the next moment or two of Shavasana. As always, you're welcome to stay where you are and enjoy a much longer relaxation. But if you do wish to return, keeping your eyes closed when you're ready, no rush. You can slowly move onto your side using your arm as a pillow. And just take some big, deep breaths. And then again, keeping the eyes closed. When you're ready, you can gently begin to push yourself up into a seated position. Sit nice and tall through the spine. Relax your shoulders. Bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Slowly blink your eyes open, gradually letting that light back in. And whenever you're ready, you can return. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope that wasn't too sweaty.
Thank you.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.